no sense. Yeah, Colorado
Makes no sense.
Colorado has some weird laws. Like you can't buy a car on a Sunday. You used to not be able to buy
We have that in Minnesota, too.
Yeah.
Those are called blue laws. That's because you allowed religion to come into government.
Yeah.
That's why you have blue laws. That's religion exercising its muscle into government, which it should not do.
Is that is that another? Do you think that's another issue? Is how much religion has gotten involved into politics and seeped into the political
Absolutely.
process?
I'm a huge believer in the separation of church and state. Mm-hmm. You go believe what you want on your own time. You go to church on your own time. But don't bring those beliefs into government and force us all to live by them.
Right.
Because you don't have that right. I'm an atheist. And I look at all religions as rather silly.
I'm kind of the same way.
You know, and you know, it doesn't, and they're all, it seems every war is religious based.
Right.
You know, we're killing each other over religion. Mm-hmm. And to me, I'll give you this quote, I don't think mankind and religion can both survive.
Yeah. No,
because all religion teaches is Armageddon.
Right.
Look at it. Every religion says Armageddon's going to happen at some point. So they're leading us to it by the beliefs that they have. Mm-hmm. So that they can what? When it happens, say, see, we were right?
Right.
You know, I firmly believe that man and religion cannot both survive eventually. Mm-hmm. One is going to have to disappear.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's something I'm still surprised at, the percentage of people with all the information that's out there and the science and the evolving of you know, our education, that so many people you know, still believe that, you know, dinosaurs were 2,000 years ago.
It's guilt.
Yeah.
Every parent is made to believe that if you don't, your child will suffer eternally.
Right.
It's all guilt driven. Mm-hmm. You know, all of it. That's how I view it. Yeah. Although I will tell you this, I love the new Pope.
Yeah, he's
almost made me become a Catholic. No, I say that a little tongue-in-cheek, but I love the new Pope. No. He's the best Pope they've ever had.
Right, he's definitely the most progressive by
Oh, he's the best. Right. He said that atheists can go to heaven.
Right, yeah, that was...
He's the best one there's ever been. Right. Gives me great relief to know I can be an atheist, and Pope says it's still okay, I can make it there.
Yeah, we've got a chance.
How you live your life.
Right.
If you live your life good, you don't have to worship some supreme being. Mm-hmm. You know?
Right.
Just live by the golden rule, and the Pope says you can make it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to believe the Pope on that one.
There we go. And in the book, you're critical of the Bush administration a lot, and the Clinton administration. How do you think the Obama administration has done compared to those, or
I'm critical of them too.
Yeah.
Obama's been the worst on whistleblowers. He's worse than Bush. Mm-hmm. Anyone that comes forward and tells the truth about government gets the wrath as bad as you can get.
Right.
He said he'd get us out of Gitmo. Are we out of Gitmo? No. He said he'd get us out of the Middle East. I think the guy just died in Iraq the other day, didn't he?
Right.
There you go. So we're not out of there. Notice there's no difference in foreign policy.
Right.
Whether you got a Democrat or Republican in there, the same thing happens, don't it?
Right.
There you go.
Well, I do think one is still a little more extreme with war. You know what I mean? Like the Republicans are seem more anxious to get to war.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
All the Democrats voted for it too.
That's true.
Hillary's now admitting that her worst vote in the Senate was the Iraq War.
Yeah.
Well, Hillary, why did you vote for it in the first place?
Right.
Because you held your finger up to the political win. That's why.
Yeah.
You got they convinced the public that somebody was going to pay for 9/11, and they chose Saddam Hussein, who had nothing to do with it. Mm-hmm. And we killed him.
Right.
Invaded the country, occupied it. And now today you have ISIS, all because of us. Mm-hmm. There wouldn't be ISIS if we hadn't did that. Notice they don't talk about that, do they?
Right. Well, yeah, I think you'll hear some people mention it, but
Not on mainstream, you won't.
right. Oh, absolutely.
You don't hear no apology from the United States going, gee, we kind of destabilized the whole area, didn't we? Because it was done by design.
Yeah. And now, was there a particular conspiracy in your book that you learned kind of the most on while researching it and writing it?
The one I knew nothing about was the attempted coup d'etat by Wall Street over Franklin Roosevelt.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that one.
They don't teach you that in our history books, do they?
No.
And the killing of Lincoln has ended pretty much at John Wilkes Booth, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, setting up the lone nut assassin, aren't they?
Right.
Even though, what was it, 8 people were tried and convicted, 6 sentenced to death, including the first woman?
Yeah.
And yet you're not taught that in school? Not a word about that Wall Street tried to pull a coup d'etat and make General Smedley Butler the president. Only thing is, Smedley was a true hero and blew the whistle on them in Congress.
Right.
Today, you don't even hardly have a record of it. They erased it.